quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
I'm going back to you. Great. That's a crock now. That's all right. Sponge.
On first down, Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
On second down, it's Grant. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. This is Grant. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On first down, it's Newton. Caught it up. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From just shy of midfield, Newton eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Back to throw, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adrian Claiborne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who is going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Hey, Tuesday.
59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. In your face.
From the 31, Ryan. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
11, General West. 55, right there in the middle, 55.
Nice, sweetheart. Mike 55, Mike 55.
39.
Let's go back for the offense. Let's go.
Hey, wahoo.
All day, every day.
Gotta go.
To throw is Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Got it. 55, Mike 55. AE.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Shoot.
Check 13. Check white.
And they go jet sweep. Here's Sanu. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
And 11 at the Panthers' 25-yard line.
White 25.
Check 56. Hey, keep it up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Watch the twist. 20.
56 for Mike. 56 is
Hey, seam 6.
Watch the block. Motion. Block.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Ready, Blue 80. Black 25.
56. It's just me and you.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I got him.
50 run.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Pull it together. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, check.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the run. 56. Mike 56. Right.
Throwing again. Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. On third down, Devontae Freeman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bryant is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Newton on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And a nice run to get them past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Hope. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 33 yards that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
Check.
Shift. Gun.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Set. 180.
Mike, 45. Stay with your man. Check safety.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the save. 20.
Play action. It's Newton. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Returnable here for Davis. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Watch the screen. 21. Screen. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check. Ready to go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, free players. Hey, Haywood.
Hey, check Mike 57. I got you.
Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Addison, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike 57.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Rush sack.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 21.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Go. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be ready, Santa.
Here's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
Ready. Check, 59.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Tighten up.
Gun.
Tighten up.
Mike, check, 59.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready. Right at the 8. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Four down. I got one.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Cam's going to run. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Second and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Coming this way. Here we go. Check. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this. Check.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Hey, ready, blue 80. 54. Mike, 54. 22. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Get up.
Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
51, down. Hey, Alpha.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, 59, ready.
Check 59.
Hey, Zoo.
59, Mike to 59.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Wait, wait.
Mike's part 9. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Ready, set.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
51, Sam.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Check.
57 to Mike.
You draw focus.
I can't believe they let you play.
Here's Ryan. This one complete to Smith. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very managed. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Takk McKinley. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Let's go, baby.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
11. 55 is my guy, 55. Man, I got you. Man.
Chopper!
Mark 55. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Flush to his right. Quick slam, caught by Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 39, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Buying time to his left.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Newton. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
59 mark, check, 59. Drop deep, slay.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton being chased out left. And I think the ball's out. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Let's go, bring it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check tight.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Throwing again. Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
57, come on.
Five.
Come on. Here we go. Go. Check. Lucky.
Now it's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Let's go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch 54. Quit talking about it and bring it.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one caught by Ridley. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. You ready?
I'm here all day. Man left, man.
Hey, free play.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
57. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
21.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Double tight. Double tight.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Check.
57. Mike, 57.
Hey. High 7.
57's Mike. Mike, 57.
Know your job.
Now it's Ryan. Caught by Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Pick up the ball. Mike.
On 1st and 10, Newton steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vic Beasley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Check, 59.
They fake the give. Newton forced out to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Off play action. Newton. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the 26-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, 15, check 15.
Freeman again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the ground, this is Smith. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
20. Get wide. Wait. Recon, 132 fighter.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
Ryan to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Newton. Dancing to his left. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. fourth. Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
20.
Newton to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. One last throw here for Newton. On the move to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Falcons, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.